Look at that. That's a perfect coffee. I'm shook. We just made it together on Instagram. But hi, welcome back to my channel. I don't have my tripod, so we're using books. I think we needed one more. Much better. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Allison and I am a content creator. I've been doing this content creation thing for a while now, but I recently, as of last year, became a full-time content creator. I love fashion, I love beauty, I love Jesus, I love shopping, I love hanging out with my friends and family. I live in Cincinnati, Ohio. I love coffee. Did I say that? Oh my gosh. That should have been right after Jesus. And yeah, I have been on YouTube for almost 10 years. That's crazy. And I've taken you guys through my journey living in New York, college, makeup tutorials, moving back to Cincinnati, traveling the world together. But it's been the hardest for me to keep up with YouTube. Like, I feel like I say it in every video, but I'm just so inconsistent. It's so hard and I really hate that. But we're gonna get back in the groove of things. I just wanted to introduce myself before we get into this video. Some of you may not even care about this video because you're not apartment hunting. Other people as in like me are just nosy, and I love watching apartment tours. Even if it's a city I don't even care to live in, I'm just nosy and I want to see, I want to know the prices, I want to see. So this is long overdue. Honestly, it was really hard for me to edit. As you will see at the beginning, my Cali girl is in the videos, and yeah, I'm still grieving her. I lost her 4 months ago, and yeah, any content with her in it is just so hard. Like, I love watching videos of her and seeing pictures of her, but that time period in particular, like, we were apartment hunting together and I was thinking about her and her needs in our new home, and I'm just so sad that I don't want to cry, but I'm just so sad that she's not here. I know she is here, but she's not physically here. So yeah, it was just hard for me to edit that because I want to keep her in the videos. Like, I don't want to take her out of them, but also it's just hard to see because those are like literally the last memories we have together. We were apartment hunting like a few days before she passed, so like it's just been really hard for me to edit that. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. But I do want to get this video out. I know so many people asked for the list of apartments and whatnot, so and I did this the last time I moved and so many people found it helpful. It's so helpful, especially if you're out of state and you want to move somewhere. You can just, like, if someone uploads a YouTube video of apartments, like, that's so helpful. So anyways, I viewed every apartment in Cincinnati so that you don't have to. Without further ado, make your coffee and let's get into these apartment tours together. Oh, sweet Cali girl. This is our first apartment, and this is the Cadence in Northern Kentucky, Newport area. This is the 2-bedroom. I want to say it was around $1,400 for 2-bedroom, which is not bad at all. This is a queen bed in this room. They were very spacious, bright, not the best closet space, but honestly not terrible. I love that little linen closet. And then in this room, the exposed brick I thought was really pretty. The bathroom was a decent size, and I love all the black finishes. I thought that it was very modern and updated and pretty. The living room was also very decent size. I have a huge couch, so I had to take that in consideration with a lot of the apartments I viewed. I also forgot to mention it, but right when you walk in, there's this wine cooler little spot that I think is a very cute entryway into an apartment. The kitchen was great. I loved the fridge, I loved the counter space, and I honestly love how the kitchen is separate from the living room. I feel like you don't see that a lot these days. It's usually very open. The only downside with this apartment was there's not really any amenities, but honestly, for the price, if you're not caring about that, this was one of my favorite apartments. This next apartment is the Garden or Grandin house in Hyde Park. I can't remember what it was called. I love the location of these apartments. It's right next to like this really cute area with a really cute park. The price for these were very great. I want to say a 1-bedroom was around the $1,300 to $1,400. They did have amenities like a gym, a little lounge area, and they also have on-site parking, which is nice. She showed me a few different floor plans. Oh my gosh, I'm twisting my tongue. I really liked this one. As you can see, it's a little less updated, which I don't mind because I know I can make like any space feel cute, but it also is very warm and welcoming, which I liked as well. Very spacious, which we love. And again, I kind of like that the kitchen is like divided. It's not all one, if that makes sense. Very spacious bedroom, walk-in closet. Honestly, I was very anti-carpet for a while, but now I really love carpet in a bedroom. It's just like so cozy. Little linen closet. The bathroom was kind of small and like a little bit of a weird layout. Like I don't like how close the toilet is to the shower, but that's just me being extra. Storage medicine cabinet, which is nice. A coat closet, and then she showed me a different floor plan. This is a 2-bedroom, but the kitchen is a lot smaller and like narrow, which I didn't love, but like it didn't bother me too bad. There's still good amount of counter space and storage space. Look at the girl, I miss her so much. Coat closet and a very spacious living area of the dark hardwood floor. And here's a view of like the area that it's in. Hyde Park is so cutie. Oh, look at Callie again. I can't. Oh my gosh. And now we're going into the 1st bedroom. Again, carpeted, very spacious, walk-in closet. Oh wait, sorry. This is not the walk-in closet, but still a very spacious closet. And then this bathroom, I like the layout of this a lot better, if you see what I mean. I said this was a 2-bedroom, so there was another separate bathroom, and this layout was kind of similar to the bathroom in the 1-bedroom. And I want to say the 2 bedrooms were going for around $1,800-$1,900, which isn't bad for the amenities and the space and the price. Washer and dryer, linen closet, and then this is the 2nd bedroom. And I like this room with the walk-in closet. I just wish the bathroom was attached to it, but overall I really liked this layout. It's so hard because there's pros and cons of everything, but overall I did really like this apartment besides it not being super updated. The next apartment complex was called Madison Apartments, and girl, really looking everywhere and trying to live below my means, but this is what I mean. This apartment was like hot and dirty. The lights didn't work. I'm just like very confused why you're showing apartments that like aren't up to par for a new possible tenant, if you know what I mean. Other than that, it wasn't bad. I don't love a window unit situation because I run very hot and I just know that my bill is going to be $1 billion. Rooms were kind of small. The closets weren't great. The bathroom was okay. I did like the finishes being black and white, but other than that, I wasn't super impressed. There was also a lot of stairs and like mazes, and I was just thinking about getting my big old couch in here. So yeah, this one was a no. Didn't show me like any of the amenities. I believe there's a gym, and I did drive back and see the pool. Nothing crazy, but still nice to have a pool, especially for the price. The next apartment is Heritage in Oakley. Honestly, these weren't bad, but I felt like for the price, it just felt kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, just kind of like cheap and dirty in some areas and like almost college-y. This is a 2-bedroom, but the 1-bedroom is basically the exact same with just like not the other side of the room. But overall, the rooms were very spacious, great closet space. Bathroom space was nice. I was looking at 1 and 2 bedrooms because depending on the price, I could be open to a 2-bedroom, but definitely not for this one. I want to say the 1 bedrooms were around like $1,700 with all the added fees. And I don't know, just with like the vibes it was giving, I was like, dang, this feels overpriced a little bit. For example, there was like trash in the hallway, and the walls in the hallways were like super dinged up, which it's an apartment. I don't expect it to be perfect, but it was like noticeable, if you know what I mean. Overall, not the worst. You will see the worst, trust. There are amenities at this apartment. They do have a gym. They actually had a tanning bed, and they have a pool. So there are some incentives to this complex, but there's just other ones that were better for cheaper or the same price, if that makes sense. Like, if I'm gonna pay $1,500 to $1,700 for a 1-bedroom, I want it to feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Next is Drexle at Oakley. Started by showing the amenities. There was a pool room, a gym, a pool, some like loungy rooms, little office spaces. I honestly loved the floor plan that she showed me. It was very cozy with this fireplace and like bookshelf, very spacious, a lot of natural lighting. The little kitchen island was cute, but I also felt like if you had bar stools and people are walking in, it might kind of block. But I overall did really like the kitchen, and it also has a washer and dryer. Loved this part. It was like a sunroom, so it was like a 1-bedroom with a sunroom, and I was just picturing this being like my filming room. A lot of natural lighting, super cozy. I'm pretty sure there was a closet, and then it connects to the bedroom. Carpeted bedroom, walk-in closet, and I like that the bathroom was separate and not attached to the bedroom. I kind of like that better in apartments because then it's not that it matters, but then people don't have to like go through your room to go to the bathroom, if that makes sense. This bathroom was huge. I loved it. The apartment is kind of similar to the last one. I felt like it was a little overpriced with the like not so updated elements, if that makes sense, but it wasn't the worst. Boy, now we are talking. This is why I waited to view the really nice ones, because I'm just so easily sold by an aesthetic and an amenity, girl. I'm just being honest. This is Manhattan on the River. It is in Dayton, Kentucky, and girl, she's stunning. The gym with all the natural lighting. The pool wasn't open, but I guarantee, going off of everything else, it was gorge. Honestly, super open to living in like northern Kentucky. It wasn't preferred because the girls that get it. Just going over that bridge sometimes can add so much more time. But I will say they have some beautiful apartments over there. So light and bright and beautiful. This is a little out of my price range, but this is what I mean when I say like the other ones felt cheap. Like this one's only a little bit more than the other ones, but this one feels it. You know what I'm saying? Love the balcony in this location. I don't know how to explain it, but it doesn't feel like Kentucky, Ohio. This road that the apartment is on was giving like Florida vibes, and it just felt like, I don't know, I really liked this area. The walk-in closet that leads to the bathroom, and I like that this has 2 different entrances, so once again your guests don't have to go through your bedroom to use your bathroom. Very light and bright bathroom, and I also liked this little laundry room. It was super cute. Really did love this apartment, especially all the amenities, the location, all the aesthetic and the features, but they didn't have availability for my move-in, so we had to kind of cancel that out. Woo-wee. Buckle up, girlies. If you were here for the Instagram stories, then you already know, but this one was a doozy. Brookstone Village. They did have a pool, they did have a gym, and they did have tanning, but the apartment was atrocious. I don't know if someone literally moved out that day or what, but it was so dirty, it was so gross, and there was literally toenail clippings on the counter, and I am not making that up. I don't know, I just have a really hard time with this because I'm just like, why are we showing possible tenants, dirty apartments, hot apartments, no lights, no AC? Like, you want to give off good energy. If this is how you're showing me, then I'm like, how are you going to take care of me when I'm here, if you know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's get up on out of here.
Okay, let's go.
Next apartment is Oakley Station in Oakley, obviously, and this is in such an amazing location. I mean, everything is right here. Common area, coffee bar, so it seems, gym, pool. I also really loved this complex. I didn't love the layout, if you will, but in some of the features, like I'm confused with like the dark wood floors, the light wood cabinets, and then like the gray countertops. I'm just a little confused. But again, I was really trying to have an open mind and an open heart. I just have an eye for design, so it's hard for me not to see like that. I also wasn't sure how my couch would fit in a layout like this, which is how a lot of apartments are laid out, which is why I went with the apartment that I did. But honestly, I really liked this complex. I liked the management, I liked the location and all the amenities, and for the price, I felt like it made sense. They also didn't have availability. All they had was a studio, and they have a really spacious studio, but I'm trying to get out of a studio, if you know what I'm saying. Next apartment is AG 47 in the Kenwood area. First things first, the amenities are incredible here. I love the little common room. They have a pool, and it's almost giving like a little, I don't know, like a little vacation at your apartment. I love that. So many places that you can work from or host from. A full like meeting room. Hello. I love that. It's just very cozy and homey here, and it feels expensive. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys are picking down what I'm saying. But anyways, the gym was super nice, and then they had like separate rooms like yoga room and cycling room, and I think that's really nice as well. Pretty good amount of space, but again, similar to the last one with these layouts, like I was having such a hard time figuring out how my couch was going to fit, but obviously not everyone has that problem. Really great balcony. Love an island. I love the dark cabinets. Like, this is starting to like feel more me. Like I want to feel a little bit more grown up, and I really did love the white and the dark together. Pretty good sized bathroom, and once again, I love the two-door entrance so that your guests don't have to go through your bedroom to get to your bathroom. Overall, I love these apartments. I do feel like they are a little pricey. There was a lot of like add-ons, but it felt it, if that makes sense. But they also didn't have availability for my move-in. So on to the next apartment. This is 1 Rookwood, starting with the amenities and the pool. And this was in a great location, so close to like Rookwood, Commons, TJ Maxx, all that fun stuff. The gym was decent. It was okay. And he is going to show me a lot of floor plans. So let's just cue a little music and vibe for a sec. So far, I like the vibes here. Very spacious, very homey feeling. Some of the floor plans were a little weird, like the rooms were shaped weird, if that makes sense. So it's hard for me to visualize like a bed or a couch or whatever. But I think all of them had balconies, which it wasn't like a non-negotiable for me, but I was like, dang, I've never had a balcony. It would be nice. Same with a pool. I was like, I've never had a pool before, but like that would kind of be nice. I felt like this apartment, it had everything you need. The price wasn't terrible. It was in a good location. I just wasn't like in love, and it didn't feel like home, if that makes sense. I also felt like all the apartments felt kind of dark. Like there wasn't a lot of natural lighting. I don't know if it was the time of day or how the building is facing the sun, but I create content, so I need a lot of natural lighting. All in all, not many complaints with this one. It has everything you need. And it might be the apartment for you. It just wasn't for me. Oh, goodness. The next one. Oh my gosh. Vuelo, however you say it. It was absolutely stunning. This is in Dayton, Kentucky, and probably my favorite apartment. It was just a little out of my budget. The pool, the common rooms, these little like office spaces, meeting rooms, the gym, the bike room, like everything was perfect. This is actually right down the street from the other one we viewed in Dayton, Kentucky, called Manhattan on the River. So this area is just so gorgeous and quiet. And again, it just didn't feel like Kentucky, Cincinnati vibes. Okay, the like blue gray, what do you call it? Cabinets. I was kind of into it. It was different. Gorgeous balcony, a gorgeous view. Everything's gorgeous. Spacious bathroom, walk-in closet, the shower, the tile, everything's gorgeous. Honestly, 10 out of 10, no notes. Like, I wouldn't change a thing. Took me to this little like sky deck. I don't even know what you would call it. But it's so cute, and the view, like the little, guys, I can't think of the words, but just all the boats and the docks and stuff like that. It's just so cute. The last apartment is Indian Creek. This is like right across the street from Kenwood. It's very like old school vibes, but also it's very like cozy and welcoming. They have a pool and it was stunning. The apartments were a little outdated, but like it didn't really bother me. I did like this one, the little outdoor space. Again, I like that the kitchen was separate, but that little peephole was like so funny to me. And I loved the all whites. Yeah, I like this kitchen a lot, and the price wasn't terrible. The little hallway was kind of random with like the sink in the hallway. That's one thing I didn't like. And it was also kind of dark as well. Like I couldn't picture myself really filming right there. Pretty spacious bedroom, small closet. That was another thing, but there was a lot of extra storage, which was nice. And then they took me to this other floor plan, a lot more room. I love the little like dining room vibe, but I wasn't vibing with the kitchen, like the cabinets. Again, I can like move past it, but if I don't have to, I don't have to. And then the washer and dryer unit thing, I didn't like that being in the kitchen either. But I did like this like floor plan better, and it was more spacious, and the sink was in the bathroom where it should be. A very much more spacious bedroom, and the closet, what was the closet giving? It was better, more walk-in closet vibes. This apartment complex was definitely giving like a mixture of age ranges, if you will. Like I saw some older people, I saw some families. It's definitely quieter, so I wouldn't say if you're looking for like a lively neighborhood, this is not it. But honestly, I really liked it, and it was kind of like its own little village back here, and they were doing a lot of updates to the pool. Like it's giving cabana, hello. Gym was just like meh, whatever. But overall, I really liked this apartment complex, and honestly, I contemplated it, but obviously I didn't go with it. Like, look how cute it is. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot our cubey little one-off apartment. This was just like owned by a landlord, non-apartment complex in Pleasant Ridge. It was so cute. Please ignore the decor. Obviously a man lives here, not the sweet landlord showing me. He was so sweet and like dad vibes. If you watch my Instagram story, this was the one-off apartment that I was contemplating with the apartment that I currently live in now. It was like, do I want to live in a one-off, no amenities, save the money, or do I want to live in an apartment complex with a pool and a balcony and just like live my best life? I really loved this. Obviously, great amount of space. Closet was kind of small, but I really loved it. Honestly, it ended up being signed to someone else before I could get to it. But we love her, and I did want to show you guys the apartment. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe. The next video that you guys will see is going to be the Europe content. I'm finally sitting down to edit that. It's just been a lot going on, but I'm so excited for that vlog. Like, even if no one watches it, I don't care. I'm so excited for that vlog. And then we're getting into regular schmegular content, okay? I have some apartment updates that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. A full apartment tour will be coming soon. And I just want to get in the habit of like taking you guys along with me just during a normal week, or you know, if there are exciting things, taking you guys along with me. So please subscribe and stick around. Let me know your thoughts on these apartments in the comments, and I'll see you in my next video. I love you guys so much.